Would you guys believe me if I told you the pirates weren't too happy with the fact that a couple of bearded Norwegian gods took out their boarding party? So now they've returned with cannons and their queen. Something tells me Thor isn't gonna be too interested in tangoing with a greasy ship's maiden that's built like a linebacker. I mean, we could just use a tank this time. Is that ridiculous? Let me rephrase that. Is that ridiculous enough to work? I don't think anyone's ever fired a cannon at an Abrams before, or a harpoon. We just got kicked in our Moby Dicks. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, where for today's episode, we're so close to achieving greatness. If we can lead the Legacy faction to victory against the Renaissance faction, the Pirate faction, the Spooky faction, and the Western faction, then we'll have completed every single campaign level in the game. Which sounds simple enough, but considering 3 of these factions are the only ones to have brought guns to a rock fight, I get the feeling it's not gonna be all that simple. We'll start things off with a level called Muskets and Halberds, and lo and behold, there's a dozen of the guns that I was worried about, as well as half a dozen guys with helmets who have eye holes that are about as useful as tits on a bull. Also, I feel the need to point out, I'm not the one prescribing charging into gunfire here, where these flag bearers are complimentary, they came with the level. I just need to figure out what's gonna be charging with them. And I'm thinking we don't want to use any big units. But if we put down like Thor or Gandalf or something like that, they're gonna get turned into Swiss cheese. But if we go wide with a whole bunch of cheap units, that should hopefully keep the musketeers reloading. So how about we charge them with poachers? Again, I know it doesn't make a lot of sense to run in with ranged units, but oddly enough, it's worked in the past. We could also try pikemen. Might be able to one-shot some of these halberds. I'm a little concerned about them. Oh, I have a whole lot less money than I was hoping for. Okay, little cannon fodder sprinkled in. Hopefully you guys can absorb some bullets, and there you have it. It's a recipe for disaster. Charge! Please, one-shot these guys. Did we not charge? We charged about 6 feet, and then I think all the flag bearers had a heart attack. Okay, well, so far so good. We've got a whole bunch of poachers. We've got fewer poachers. You guys have a much faster reload rate, and they've got metal armor under their puffy sleeves, so this is actually gonna be kind of close. No, not like this, not the musketeers. I hate them so much. They're the worst unit when I use them, and they're the Terminator when I'm facing off against them. As some of you guys already know, I've invested a small fortune into the research and development of the Peasant Rush, and it's come quite a long way. You know, if you just charge at them with enough bodies, then they don't have enough bullets to kill us all. I'm really hoping that this is gonna act as a musket sponge just long enough for Thor to be waiting in the wings and get the job done. I can't even remember if Thor can deflect bullets or not. He might be able to, in which case I don't really need the peasant mob, but it certainly doesn't hurt. Now Thor, please don't die to these idiots. There we go, okay. I don't think we actually shocked them to death, we just kind of made their legs a little numb. Come on Thor, there we go, that's the good stuff. Oh, the peasants are just doing work. We don't even need Thor. Peasant Rush for the win. It's so stupidly effective. I'll be the first to admit the Peasant Rush isn't exactly suitable for all situations. You know, we don't want to pull a Tiananmen Square here. So I'm gonna do my best not to run directly into the enemy tank. This is a level called Da Vinci's Balloons. Because of course, they also have balloon archers, and that's an all new problem. Also, they didn't give me enough money to use my own tank. Because, you know, flying tank battle would only be fun. So instead, we're gonna have to try to blow it up using barrel rollers? I don't actually know how the barrel roller handles a balloon. No, if the roller gets picked up, barrel isn't attached to his feet, so would it just stay where it is? Or would it detonate? Would it stick to his feet anyway and then he comes crashing down like a carpet bomb? These are the things we need to find out. So I'm gonna have them rush in, but only after the first volley of balloons. I want them to blow up on the tank, preferably. So how about we have all the balloons get shot over here, because I'd be really interested in shooting them. And then maybe Gandalf can get in. A couple of them. I could actually use a couple of regular units as well. Just because, something's gotta take out the painters. Are the painters able to deflect arrows? I feel like they had some kind of resistance to ranged attacks. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're hopefully just gonna blow everything up. There's all the balloons, and here comes the booms. And they took out all the painters, which is not even kind of what I wanted. Gandalf, did you manage to get in there? Oh, okay. Well, we turned the tank into a rave hut, but that wasn't really what I was looking for. We really just need to take out these painters before the barrel rollers come in, and we can almost reach them. No, we can definitely reach them from this side of the line, so that's perfect. They should die instantly. Then the barrel rollers will show up and be heroes taking out the tank. I'm still gonna try to get a couple of poachers back here, just because we need something to be ready to fight these balloon archers. I get the feeling the peasants aren't gonna survive for too long. Okay, fingers crossed that the barrel rollers can actually reach the tank. No, if you miss one of the painters, you might as well miss all of them. Oh my god, that is so brutal. We took out every single one of them, but one. The lone survivor ruined me. I'm just gonna have to go all in on taking out these painters before the barrel rollers show up. Like, I got rid of the flag bearer, so it'll be a little bit longer before they arrive, which means our poachers might be able to get to hunting. I've moved them right up against the line. I don't want all of my units here, because they're just gonna get shot by the cannons right away, or blown up by my own barrels. But like, we absolutely have to clear the way. If there's a single survivor, we're gonna get screwed. So you just gotta gun them down and punch them down, and the barrels are getting in there. Go, go, go. Yes! It did nothing! It did less than nothing! Are you kidding me? The tank didn't even notice! I swear to God, this is not the game to play when you've nearly lost your voice. Like, it's just so easy to lose your mind because you spend so much time coming up with a really tactical strategy just to have the enemy neatly fold it and then shove it up your butts. It's like, I'm thinking we're just gonna have to go with Thor. I don't know if he can deflect cannon fire or not, but he should be able to deflect arrows, even if they're balloon arrows. Wait, I actually want them right up against the line, don't I? Because they're ranged units. What was I thinking? I don't want them backed up. I don't want to give the enemy more time to shoot at us. Oh, speaking of more time, what if we try to chariot? You'd be able to get on top of people pretty quickly, and then I could load up this side with some different units. I kind of want to vary my attack. We'll go with a little bit of everything here. Give everyone a chance to be a hero. I get the feeling the hero is going to be Thor, but you never know when someone's going to stand out above the crowd. Fingers crossed. Come on, Thor, you got this. You just gotta take out the tank. You just gotta drop one big lightning bolt right on the tank, and then everything is gonna be hunky-dory. Oh, I never thought. Thor's actually defending our army, because they can't shoot past him if he's deflecting everything. Oh dear, oh no, you're a heavy boy. Come on, you did all your crunches this morning. Don't let them pick you up. You got this, Thor. You're the hero we deserve. Just bury him. I think the poacher just stole that kill. Yup, he sure did. Oh, Thor is pissed. Well, that might have been a bit of a struggle, but it's good to know that Thor can act as both a nuke and a projectile shield for the rest of your team. Looks like we're gonna need it this time around too, because this is a level called Captain and the Crew. Pirates are well known for enjoying their projectiles. I mean, let's see how they do against a couple of Norse gods. Just pop down a couple of Thors and hope for the best. Actually, I don't like the looks of these shotguns. Really don't want to get shot in the back, so how about we give each of you guys a dancing partner? Sorry about this, peasants. You know how it is, okay? You gotta protect the gods, so every now and then, everybody deserves a martyr. Something like that. Okay, I like the way this looks. We just saw a lot of people die from the lightning before it struck. That was weird. I think this is mostly gonna come down to Thor versus the Captain. And Captain's actually putting up a bit of a fight. It's actually surprising, you know? Thor hits him with Mjolnir and the bird doesn't even fall off his hand. Oh, yeah, something tells me he didn't survive that one. No, straight to Davy Jones' locker. Would you guys believe me if I told you the pirates weren't too happy with the fact that a couple of bearded Norwegian gods took out their boarding party? So now they've returned with cannons and their queen. Something tells me Thor isn't gonna be too interested in tangoing with a greasy ship's maiden that's built like a linebacker. I mean, we could just use a tank this time. Is that ridiculous? Let me rephrase that. Is that ridiculous enough to work? I don't think anyone's ever fired a cannon at an Abrams before, or a harpoon. We just got kicked in our Moby Dicks. I really want to try to beat this without Thor, but it is difficult to come up with a good strategy. I'm thinking if we put a couple of peasants here, they should get gunned down with the first volley. Then we might be able to have barrel rollers rush in from the back and just blow up everything that's left. I'm gonna definitely need to use flag bearers to get them in there, but that's pretty good, right? And then we could have some poachers left over. They'll be able to pick off any stragglers. Like the queen? Oh, this is not gonna work. No, never mind. We're gonna blow up everything except for the queen. Yup. And now we've got poachers hunting the most dangerous game of all, an angry woman the size of a refrigerator. No, you guys should back up. You guys really want to back up? Here, look, I'll take control. I'm gonna back up. You don't want to shoot her in the uterus either. That's just gonna piss her off even more than she already is. Okay, yeah, that guy's bone zoned. Maybe get on the ship. Yeah, let's just back up until we're on the ship. Oh, please don't, please don't, no. You see what I mean? I called it as soon as I laid down the army. I don't understand what happened with the barrel rollers there. Like, I barely changed their position. I got rid of a few of them, but they didn't take care of all the units. There was no big boom. So I'm gonna try this again. Got them spread out differently, but I'm also gonna take control of Gandalf, which I've never done before. Okay, that's the sword, that's the lightning, that's the good stuff. Oh, we've got a lot of survivors this time. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, guys, she can only take so much. Maybe pick up one of those harpoons. Definitely use them right about now. Just keep her still. She can only take so much lightning. Come on, what is... I gotta say, Gandalf's recharge is insane. He can fire off so many bolts, and he's gonna need them. Sword! Oh, did we win? I don't know who won. Okay, we won. It's so hard to tell if she's drop kicking us in the nuts or exploding in lightning. Halfway there, we're moving on to the Spooky faction with a level called Hungry Ghouls and Vampires. It's crazy to think that the Spooky faction came out almost a year ago, because it's almost Halloween again, but they still feel like a bunch of new units. And in that year, they haven't learned anything. They got a bunch of vampires that are trying to flank me. Not the greatest plan, guys. Vampires don't do a great job jumping on top of explosions. Then we need something to take care of the candles. Those two in the front should be good and taken care of. Poachers and... oh, I don't really know. I guess a boxer? A couple boxers? I don't actually like how much money they've given me this time. We're a little constrained because they've got a couple of sword casters. And I don't really have anything to fight against that. Remember when I said that they haven't learned anything? Apparently you can't blow up vampires. I need to fill the kegs with, I guess, garlic or holy water, crosses, stakes, I don't know. Either way, they didn't care. If these vampires want something to suck, then I'll give them something to suck. Good luck gripping onto this. Now, what can we use against the vampires in the back? I'm guessing we can put down a peasant, they'll get dove on, and then the poachers can shoot the vampires off. Once we've dealt with everybody behind us, then we can swing around and see what exactly the chariot has managed to accomplish. He's what I'm mainly gonna be watching, as long as he doesn't fall off the edge of the map. Yeah, that's the exact opposite of what I needed. Any survivors? No? Great. Vampires hunted the poachers. This is gonna be a brutal level. I know the strategy for this game is usually not to use all of one unit. You wanna be tactical, you wanna vary things, but at the same time, I'm thinking we want a cheap unit and the peasant is too cheap, so maybe we could just go with mass poachers? I just need something that can survive. Fingers crossed that's enough of you. You guys should be able to shoot all the vampires right off the bat. Okay, good. Now we can turn our attention to these guys. Please turn your attention to those guys. We have a lot of alive units right now. Okay. Well then, I'm pleasantly surprised by the poacher. Of course, it was only a matter of time until we saw you and your little skeleton friends. This is a level called Reaper's Skeleton Army. And boy, oh boy, does he ever have an army. We're surrounded by skeleton warriors, skeleton archers. I'm seeing a couple of catapults up on the ridge there. The Reaper, which is something that I don't even know how we're gonna deal with on its own. Maybe we could just start with the tank. Anytime they give me $6,000, I think, yep, we're gonna plop down a tank. We're gonna watch it run over a whole bunch of skeletons and keep our fingers crossed that they can actually shoot the Grim Reaper. Go ahead, do your thing. There's no way pumpkins would hurt you, right? Just don't drive off the edge. That's all that matters to me. Okay, it ran over the Reaper and it just wing-dinged one of the catapults. Is this actually working? It's having a hard time getting around. Oh, if this was just a little bit more of an open battleground, we would have absolutely won that. I can guarantee a barrel roller will be able to do a whole lot of work against these skeletons, so we're gonna invest in blowing up the bridges. But other than that, I mean, we've got a bunch more money left over. I have to use Thor, okay? Like, I need the avatar of my faction to do something, anything. And then I could go with a couple of Gandalfs, but I feel like I need more units. And we need to be a lot of places at once, so maybe boxers? I haven't used many boxers. We might be able to get one of them on each bridge, and then something like, oh, the pikemen might be able to one-shot the Reaper if we can, like, get them pointing in the right direction. It's easier said than done. Something like that. Give each of the boxers a couple of peasant friends, and we're set. That's a strategy if I've ever seen one. Oh. Thor's dropping some mad bombs, good. And I think the Reaper did get one-shotted by a pikeman, yes! That was our biggest problem. You can dodge pumpkins all day, and you can deflect fire arrows. Did we get the boxers up the hill? I think they took out most of the troublesome guys. I think it's not just Mjolnir. Looks like if it gets shot in the back, then it's just a little electric bolt that blocks it. Thor? Don't do this to me, Thor. Okay, that's good. Just please get out of the bushes. I really don't need you getting stuck right now, bud. There's just no way for a ranged unit to hit him. That's amazing. Catapult down. So all we have left is one skeleton. What did I say about getting stuck in the bushes? You maroon. No. Okay, good. For a second there, I didn't think he was gonna have the range. And last but not least, we've got the Western faction in a level called Brawl Your Way Out. Of course they want me to protect Brahmad Mali here. I mean, they've only got giant pickaxes and guns and overalls covering their nips. We've got silk shorts and padded gloves. I don't really want to brawl my way out of anything, to be perfectly honest. I want to lay down a wobbly horse and see just how much damage he can do. I'm gonna need some cannon fodder here and there as well. Maybe some pickaxe fodder while we're at it, but hopefully the chariot is gonna do all the heavy lifting. Fingers crossed he doesn't get stuck on a porch or something like that. Do not. Do not make me a soothsayer. I don't want to predict the future, thank you. Just avoid him getting a pickaxe through the skull, okay? It's a padded training helmet. It's not gonna protect him. Useless horse. Considering the level's called Brawl Your Way Out, maybe I'm just supposed to use boxers? That possible? I really don't think they'd be able to fight that well, but I never know. I'm gonna put down poachers in the middle in the hopes that they survive. Like, best case scenario right now is that the boxers get shot up and live. Okay, we actually had one or two. Oh no, we had Muhammad Ali live. Of course we did, because you're gonna go and hug the enemy. Jesus Christ, we actually won. Wait, what? I didn't even get the chance to lay out my potential strategy. We had already hit him below the belt. How dare you ignoramuses try to steal the Wobbly West from me? I made the Wobbly West. This level called The Last Standoff. And I know what you guys are thinking. This doesn't look particularly good for us. We've got a bunch of dead eyes and lassos and quick draws. Well, we have a tank. I don't care how many antique guns and cactus cosplays you have. I feel pretty confident, but I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a little bit more confident by throwing in Thor. Just in case. Let's get this over with once and for all. A couple of poachers here and there, and a couple of peasants that hopefully won't get run over by the tank, and there you go. Do your thing. Oh, I actually need to protect the tank. So we have to make sure you don't get hurt. Yeah, something tells me you're not gonna get hurt unless there's a corpse that just happens to be stuck in your treads. That's my main concern right now, is too much roadkill underneath the wheels. Can you maybe... Oh! What the hell just killed him? I feel like I'm missing something right now, because we've already found that the Deadeyes do diddly squat against a tank. They shoot the riders, but they never actually do damage to the tank itself. Was it the cactuses? If I get rid of all these guys and put down a couple of barrel rollers to take out those cactuses, would that make any kind of difference? I'm gonna have Thor get help from a couple of peasants like he needs the help. They're gonna cheer him on, I'll put it that way. Now, tank, you managed to oh, wait, what? The cactus survived that point-blank tank shot? It is the cactuses. That's a huge problem. Why is it a cactus cosplay can beat an Abrams? I'm so mad. Well, it looks like Thor is gonna be a bit of a luxury this time that we can't afford, because we need pikemen to take out these cactuses. They should be able to one-shot them. And then someone is gonna have to bite the bullet in the back, quite literally. I can't even afford a friggin' chariot. Oh, it's just gonna have to be something like the poachers. I keep going back to them because they're the cheapest units, but they're also better than a peasant. 4 peasants aren't gonna be able to kill as much as a poacher. Fingers crossed we actually do take care of these cactuses right off the bat. Did it work? You're still alive, that's a good thing. Okay, you're taking some bullets. Bullets hurt. This is the last level. I have to beat it. I have to find a way. See, the problem is I really do like having Thor here, because he's gonna protect the tank's back. They're not gonna be able to shoot him, and then we only have to deal with the guys on the right. Question is, how are we gonna deal with the guys on the right? What if we make the tank go real fast? What if we just pull a Sonic? We could toss down some peasants to hopefully absorb the bullets, right? That's the biggest thing right now, is if he keeps getting shot, then we'll just stop him from getting shot. Problem solved. Just gotta buy the tank enough time to run and shoot everything, and then everything should be hunky-dory. Maybe. Suck it, Deadeye. Get run over. There we go. Thor's still doing work in the back, but we've got some quick draws that are getting wrecked. This might have actually worked. Yes, yes, no, don't run over Thor. Thor was doing good things. Screw it, it worked. We win. The Wobbly West is ours. Right when I go and find some kind of feeling of self-accomplishment, it dawns on me that the latest update probably also introduced some levels in the middle of campaigns that we already beat. What do you mean? Like, these are gonna be so difficult. You know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. I haven't quite finished everything yet, but we did manage to finish the Legacy campaign, and the whole Legacy update has been great. I really do hope we get more updates like that, but if you guys wanna see me return to finish off everything, then be sure to like the video, let me know, and I'll return to finally become a tabs master. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.